We now move to the announcement of this year's winners of the RIBA President's Awards for Research. So I would like to invite to the stage the Chair of the RIBA's Research and Innovation Group, Professor Murray Fraser from the Bartlett School of Architecture, UCL.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the Chair of the RIBA's Research and Innovation Group, I'm honoured to introduce the RIBA President's Awards for Research. 2014 is the 9th year of the awards scheme, which judges entries and presents awards in 4 categories. Firstly, Master's Theses completed at RIBA Validated Schools of Architecture. PhD Theses completed at RIBA Validated Schools of Architecture. Practice-led research completed by an RIBA chartered member in practice or an RIBA chartered practice. And finally, university-led research completed by an individual or group situated in an RIBA Validated School of Architecture. The awards exist to promote not only the innovation and insight that emerge from excellent research, but also the benefits that they bring to the profession as a whole. As we prepare for the 10th round of the awards in 2015, I'd like just to say a few words about the past and plans for the future. The first RIBA Research Awards were open only to academics and PhD students, and were then extended to practice-led research in the second year, so as to recognise the importance of the research that we know is undertaken in architectural practices all across the country. In 2012, the final category of awards was created to recognise research carried out at master's level. As the years have gone on, the number of entries to these awards has increased, and I'm pleased to say that this newest category of master's awards is now well established. However, we know that architectural research that can benefit practice happens across academia and the profession, not only in validated schools, and that's done by a very wide range of researchers and not just RIBA members. In the 10th year of the awards, the RIBA hopes to widen the eligibility to a larger group of individuals and organisations to recognise even more the breadth of research, innovation and knowledge that drive our profession. I'd like to take this opportunity also to thank the chair of the judging panel, Ruth Morrow of Queen's University Belfast, for her work in judging the panel this year. Thanks are also due to the judges, Jerry Adler of the Kent School of Architecture, Canny Ash of Ash Sakula, Barnabas Calder of the University of Liverpool, Soraya Khan of Tyson Cannon, Cindy Walters of Walters & Cohen, Andrew Waugh of Waugh Thistleton, Daisy Frood of Architects of Change, Simon Foxall of the Architects Practice, Matthew Barrick of South Bank University, Neil Jackson of the University of Liverpool, and Bob Shield of the Bartlett School of Architecture. We'd also like to thank Peter Gibbs Kennett, who is the independent observer at the judging meetings. The RIBA President's Awards for Research are conducted in the spirit of the RIBA Charter of 1834, promoting the acquisition of architectural knowledge. In an increasingly complex world and profession, this principle remains as relevant today as it was when the Institute was first founded. I look very much forward to the awards going from strength to strength in their anniversary year. Thank you.
Thank you, Murray. I'd now like to call back to the stage our President, Stephen Hodder, to present the 2014 RIBA President's Awards for Research. And the project which wins the RIBA President's Award for the Outstanding Master's Degree Thesis is Repurposed Pasts, Architecture and Identity in the Gothic Revival University. Coming from the University of Cambridge, the thesis tackles a difficult subject confidently with an intriguing approach and findings. The judges thought the thesis extremely rigorous and significant, noting in particular the author's ability to identify and investigate complex parameters. They also noted the very fine drawings that supported the author's analysis. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the RIBA President's Award for 2014 Outstanding Master's Degree Thesis is Stephen Gage. In the PhD category, we have two commendations. The first goes to Emma Cheetle of the Bartlett School of Architecture for her thesis, Part Architecture, the Maison de Verre through the Large Glass. The second commendation goes to Tom Brigden of Newcastle University for his thesis, The Protected Vista, an intellectual and cultural history as seen from Richmond Hill. In the practice-led category, a commendation was awarded to Robert Barker and Richard Coots of BACA Architects for their work on climate-adaptive neighbourhoods. And in the university-led research category, the judges awarded two commendations. The first goes to Adam Shah of Newcastle University and Stephen Thornton of Cardiff University for their joint research, Demolishing Whitehall, Leslie Martin, Harold Wilson, and the Architecture of White Heat. The second commendation goes to Ben Campkin of the Bartlett School of Architecture for his work in Remaking London, Decline and Regeneration in Urban Culture. And finally, the project which wins the RIBA President's Award for Outstanding University-led Research is entitled simply Bathroom. Submitted by the Bartlett School of Architecture, this outstanding work was applauded by the judges for tackling an often overlooked area. In covering various viewpoints, including design and politics, the judges considered the research to be a sturdy polemic with just the right amount of provocation for readers. The author's passion made the work all the more engaging. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2014 President's Award for Outstanding University-led Research is Barbara Penner.